Welcome back, YouTube, to another money per hour grind series. So today's topic, we're going to be looking at grinding at Kratuga and showing you where this spot is located and how you can get into this spot. Going to be looking at the rotations and any mechanics, and then finally looking at the loot. So yeah, it's probably been a few years since I've been here, and since then they added the Marni realm, and they made the spot very efficient with Agris. And yeah, it's a pretty cool themed area with it being underground and a cave. If you're a newish player, then I highly recommend checking this spot out because the gear requirements are pretty low and the money per hour is pretty good comparatively. Also, before we get into the video, just a quick disclaimer, just like my other money per hour grind videos, but this video is geared towards a person who may be checking out the spot for the first time or maybe revisiting the spot like I did. So your money per hour may be a little less, which reflects into my numbers, but I will also talk about the potential average money per hour once you maybe get efficient at this spot. Also, I'm not perfect, so if I happen to leave anything out that you think is important for the spot, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Our next goal is to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. So, y'all are legends, and your support means a lot. But with that being said, let's jump right on in. So, this spot is going to be in the Medaya region, close to Alta Nova. So, I'm right here beside the node manager. But essentially, it's going to be in this area. And here is Alta Nova right over here. And essentially, you're just going to come to the node manager, and then you're going to come down this hill here. You're going to do some cool movement animations to get there. And then the entrance is going to be right here. And so I'm going to speed up the video to take you to where you need to be. But essentially, once you get to the wall that you'll interact, you're just going to want to use this here. And so you'll interact with the wall and then you'll get access to go inside. There's two ways of getting in. It's either this or this. Okay. Now you'll get these here as you're grinding, right? And once you get three, you can combine it to get one of these, and that will give you access to get inside rather than having to pay to use one of these. Okay. And in terms of your horse, if you don't have the flute, essentially you're going to probably want to just ride your horse down into the cave and just interact with the wall and then just bring your horse inside. If you have the flute, then you can just call the horse directly inside and you can just leave the horse outside so it's not attacked by the mobs. But I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video now. All right, so once you make it here, there's really going to be just two rotations. You're going to have the main rotation, and then you're going to have the Marni realm rotation. And so you really just want to do the main rotation here. And if you can stay out of the Marni realm, which can be hard because every time I've been here, I feel like someone has been grinding. But if you do have to do the Marni realm, expect about 15 to 20,000 less trash loot. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and show you both rotations. I'll show you the main rotation first and then the Marni realm rotation second. So gear. So I have the Monster Zone info pulled up at this spot, and your menu might have this at first, but I like to look at the view total stats. And so you can see that the recommended AP is 550, the recommended DP is 250, and then 600 is restricted here. And so it's a pretty fairly low entry spot. So, mechanics. There's really no specific mechanics at this spot. You're just going to grind in a circle and make sure just to watch out for some of the attacks because the mobs can knock you down, which will affect your money per hour. So, the more you can be in super armor, the better. There is one event that happens which will pop up on your screen stating a level 1 security is being activated, which will spawn elites, and you want to make sure that you kill them all just in an appropriate time frame because they will despawn and the security level will stop if you don't kill them all. But essentially, just kill the elites. And once you reach level 3 security level, a mini boss will spawn. And once you kill that mini boss, you'll just have a higher chance for rare loot to drop. So buffs you may want to run to be more efficient at clearing can include a simple crom mill. Then you have Frenzy Drought, 10 Villa buff, Church buffs, Bell's Heart, AP monster artifacts with really any PvE Lightstone combination you want to use. So drops, let's go over the drops here at this zone real quick. So I have the monster zone info pulled up. And you can see that this place pretty much drops all of the artifacts. So if you're missing a specific artifact, you can come here to try to get it. Now, if you don't need any of the artifacts, you can just melt these down to get a purified lightstone. And essentially, you can sell that on the market for like around 10 million. And then, of course, you have your accessories, right? So your tongue out earring and your Layton's necklace. And these do actually drop pretty frequently. So 1 hour I had 4 of these drop, which is kind of nuts. And then down here you have your black stones, which can be used for enhancing, or you can use them to build fail stacks, or you can just sell it on the market. Then you have your sealed black magic crystal, which you can just click on that to get a random crystal, or you can process it down to get a magical shard. And then here you have Mass of the Pure Magic used to enhance Black Star gear. You have the Jonas fragments, which can be used to craft accessories. You have the Elkar, which is used to craft a crystal. You have Capras, which you can use to put levels into your gear to put more stats on it. And essentially, for like in-game gear, you're going to have a level 10 Capra item to get your in-game piece, or you can just sell these on the market. Then you have the traveler's map, which you can just use, which is going to be, it teleports you to the nearest town, or you can sell it on the market. Then you have your ancient spirit dust, which turned into Caphras, which is this here, right? And then this right here, so these are going to drop, and this is going to allow you to get back inside this area. Then you have the Forbidden Books, which is just going to, it's kind of like some mini bosses, and it's going to give you memory fragments. You can also just sell these on the marketplace for close to 2 million. And again, these prices do fluctuate depending. And then you have your trash loot right here, which is going to sell for 8,000. Now let's see what I got in 1 hour with just using a level 2 loot scroll with Agris. And again, make sure you're using Agris as the spot is most efficient with it, and you'll probably use about 20-ish K for about an hour, which is perfect if you only do an hour a day anyway. You can also pay the 50 million to get the temp buff for a 50% increase on your drop rate, which actually I did do for one of the hours that I was here. Also, this spot can be class specific, meaning if you have a high mobility and high AoE class, you're going to get a lot more trash than if you're playing like a striker. But let's take a look at the Garmoff numbers. So the potential average money per hour at 138% drop rate, which is what I am mostly at if there's no drop rate event going on, and also using a yellow loot scroll, is around 804 million, with the average trash being around 57K. But that's something you can maybe potentially expect once you get efficient at the spot, and also if you're like playing the proper class. Also important to note, your money per hour is going to vary based on your drop rate. So during my time here, I did mix it up with Succession, Sage, and Awakening Warrior, with also being in the Marni realm and not in the Marni realm. So my first hour that I recorded while live streaming at 188% drop rate with Sage in the Marni realm was 633 million and 40.3k trash. Then another hour with Sage not in the Marni realm was 783 million and 51.6k trash. And then transitioning to my warrior, the first hour in the Marni realm, I got around 595 million, and for the trash loot, I got around 40.1k. And then another hour not in the Marni realm, I got around 1.07 billion, and the trash loot was around 60.8k. And then my last hour with Warrior not in the Marni realm, I got around 923 million and 59k trash. So yeah, I mean this is a pretty good spot as a new player in my opinion, especially if you're in the season server. And again, as you can see by my numbers, you want to make sure to grind outside of the Marni realm if you can. And I believe at one point the Marni realm was actually pretty yoked, but it got nerfed majorly, and so now the big main rotation not in the Marni realm is pretty much where you want to be. But let me know down in the comments, have you tried this spot out recently? And are you pulling insane trash numbers? Or is there like 1,000 different people in this spot forcing you into the Marni realm? But with that being said, thanks for watching. If you like the content, then please like and subscribe. And oh, you should totally check out this other video at Jade Starlight Forest. Legit the best 1 hour since I played this game since 2016. But hey, I will see you next time, YouTube.